This video will walk you through step-by-step instructions on how to properly install a 2-panel Forgent sliding patio door. Begin by making sure your rough opening is prepared and ready for the patio unit. Rough openings should be ½ inch wider and higher than the outside measurement of the patio frame. The rough opening must be plumb, square, level, and in plane. The floor beneath the unit must be solid and level for proper unit operation. Once your opening is ready, remove the shipping packaging, skid plates, or factory applied bracing. Make sure the unit is not damaged and the dimensions are appropriate for the rough opening. Check that you have all necessary hardware. Before installing the unit into the rough opening, apply a 3/16" bead of sealant to the nail fin. Sealant is required at the head and jambs. No sealant is required at the sill. Next, run two 3/8" beads of sealant across the width of the subfloor and up each side a minimum of 12 inches, allowing the sealant to pool in the corners. The first bead should be located 1 3/8 inches in from the exterior face of the wall, and the second bead should be 2 inches in from the first bead. On the exterior side of the unit, apply sealant at the head of the door in each corner, placing sealant on the foam plugs. Sealant should cover the plugs completely. Then apply the drip cap that was shipped loose with the door. Sealant should squeeze out between the door frame and the drip cap. Wipe off and clean any excess sealant. It's time to install the unit. From the exterior, carefully tilt the unit sill first into the rough opening. Press the nailing fin evenly against the exterior sheathing. Center the unit, equalizing the frame to rough opening gap. Once the unit is in the opening, check to make sure the unit is square by measuring both diagonals from the interior side. The measurements must be within 1/16 inch of each other. Also, the height of the frame at the center must be the same as the height at each end. Add shims if necessary to square the unit in the opening. This step is important for proper operation of the unit. Temporarily hold the unit into place by securing it along the nailing fin. Remove the exterior jamb pocket cover with a putty knife. Mark the screw and shim locations on the tower of the active jamb and pre-drill pilot holes through the frame using a 9/64" drill bit. Screw the unit to the rough opening through the frame inside the pocket of the active panel side jamb. Use number 10 3.5" pan head screws at each pre-drilled location from 6 inches from the corners and 18 inches on center. When installing keepers on the active jamb, a 3.5" screw is used through the keeper, jamb, and into the opening. Screws are supplied in the installation kit. Continue installation by moving to the fixed side of the panel. Remove the interior jamb pocket cover with a putty knife. Pre-drill pilot holes and install using the same method and hardware as was used on the active panel side. Reinstall the jamb pocket cover once finished installing the screws. The head of the door must be secured in the same active pocket and tower as the two side jambs. Holes should be pre-drilled and installed 6 inches from the corners and 10 inches on center. The sill of the door must be secured in the same active pocket using the same method as the head of the door. Note that you will need to place sealant in each pre-drilled location prior to installing screws. When installing house wrap and flashing tape, please refer to your local and state building codes for proper installation. If the active panel has been shipped loose, install using these following steps. Remove the upper pocket block from the door frame head to be able to install the active sliding sash. Insert active sash into the frame assembly, starting with the head end, and swing the bottom into position until it rests on the saddle rail of the sill assembly. Open the active sash completely. Slide in the sash pocket block from the active jamb side. Align the pocket block in the edge of the fixed sash and secure using the previously removed screws. Secure the pocket block from the exterior side of the door. Note, the thicker side of the sash pocket block goes toward the exterior side of the door. The active panel will need to be adjusted down so that the panels are even at the head. Continue by securing the sash pocket block from the interior side of the door. The panel rollers may need to be adjusted for the unit to function properly. Slide the active panel open slightly. Check for a consistent margin from the top to the bottom. To adjust the margin, locate the screw holes located at the bottom of the active panel. Insert a standard Phillips head screwdriver into the hole at the bottom of the panel on either side. Turning the screwdriver clockwise will raise the panel and counterclockwise will lower it. Raise and lower one corner of the panel until the margin is equal. When the door is adjusted properly, place a plug in the hole on the active panel. Finish by installing the handle set, secondary security lock, and screen. To learn more about this and other Kolbe products, please visit our website at kolbewindows.com.